What is going on, guys? It's Suk and I am back with a brand new video on Super Duper Tech. And in today's video I will be showing you guys the photos and video footage that I got when using the Samsung Galaxy S8. And if you guys do want to see my full review as well as comparison videos between this smartphone and others, then be sure to hit that subscribe button. So without any further ado, let's hit the titles. So first up, let's get into looking at some of the panoramic photos that you can take with the S8. And as you guys can see, these panoramic photos that were taken with the S8 in good lighting conditions did turn out very good. The only issue that I would say is that half of these images did turn out to be a lot more saturated than they actually were in real life. Also, the stitching on these panoramic images was absolutely phenomenal. The only issue that I did have was sometimes it would have to expose it a lot more than for the rest of the scene. As you guys can see in the left side of this image in particular, it is slightly more brighter and you can actually see the stitching line. One area in which that I would say that the S8 camera struggles is when you zoom in on a particular subject. Now this is mainly attributed to the fact that this has a single lens camera, whereas with other smartphones such as the OnePlus 5 and the iPhone 7, you do get a dual lens camera. Now those smartphones that I just mentioned use their secondary camera to provide 2x optical zoom. And when you do take images on the S8 using its 2x digital zoom, the images in fact don't look that bad. But when you increase the zoom to the maximum, you can see where it struggles, especially when you compare them side by side to those likes of the iPhone 7 Plus and the OnePlus 5. But in general, shooting images and photos on the S8 is a blast, and 9 times out of 10 all of your images will come out perfect. Now if you are taking portrait images of people, skin tones do tend to be slightly more saturated. And one thing which I've thoroughly enjoyed about the cameras that can be found on Samsung smartphones is their ability to expose correctly for both the background, the foreground and the sky. And one more thing which I thoroughly enjoy about Android smartphones in general is the Pro mode that is available on the stock camera application. Now I have spoken to a lot of my friends that own the S8 and around only 40% of them even knew that there was such a Pro mode feature. And just as the name would suggest, Pro mode gives you the ability to unlock professional features such as being able to focus peak and change the ISO. And once you put some time into learning about these features and functions, a lot of your images will start to rival that you'll be able to get with the likes of a DSLR. And one thing which has become a staple with most modern smartphones is how good the front selfie camera is. And as I'm sure you guys can see, the 8 megapixel front selfie camera on the S8 works wonders. The front selfie camera also has a few novelty features, such as being able to take a wide angle selfie, which essentially means that you will have to move the phone very slightly, almost as if you are taking a panoramic image. But once again, when you do put a bit of time into learning how to use these features well, they do turn out fairly good. But 9 times out of 10 you won't be using this feature, as the stock camera application is more than good enough to take images with yourself and a few friends in. So now I do of course want to show you guys what the video footage that was taken on the S8 is actually like. And along with the video quality, you guys should get a good feel as to what the audio quality is like being reproduced. What's going on, guys? Now this is a front facing video camera quality test on the Samsung Galaxy S8. Now you guys should get a good feel as to what the video quality is like being reproduced, along with of course the audio. This is a front-facing video camera test on the Samsung S8. Now this is in fairly low lit conditions, and you guys should get a good feel to what the stabilization, audio and the video quality is like. So let's get into talking about what you guys have actually just seen. Now I'm actually going to start this off by talking about one of the weaker points that I noticed when recording with this phone. Now I'm sure some of you guys will have noticed that a number of the shots did turn out to be quite shaky. Now we did expect that the optical image stabilization would have helped to neutralize and counteract the shakiness, but that simply was not the case, and I did find that a number of these shots did turn out to be a lot more shakier than I would have got with my primary iPhone 7 Plus. I also found that when moving from a lighter to a darker scene, that the S8 would expose the scene very well, and that it would be able to expose it more than enough so that both the background, foreground and the sky would be in focus. And talking about the autofocus, I do believe that the autofocus on the S8 is one of the strongest that I've seen in any smartphone to date. So if you are looking to take some rather fast moving video with your S8, just know that the autofocus won't hold you back. So then guys, that has been it for today's video. I do hope you did enjoy it. If you did enjoy it, then be sure to hit that like button, and if you are new around here and want to see my full and in-depth review of the S8, then be sure to hit that subscribe button. If you have got any questions or queries as to what you have seen in today's video, then be sure to leave them down below in the comment section, and if you do want to see what video I am working on next, then be sure to add me and follow me on my social media. Once again, thank you guys very much for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Have a good one.